Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So, we're back with Ariel, and Ariel has decided to go get her third trimester checkup. She's going to get an ultrasound done and just, check on the babies, especially with her past like birthing complications. She really has like been on top of like make sure everything is going good because last thing she wants is to have, like a C-section or something go wrong. So Zara's just, giving her ultrasound, pointing out the babies to her, and I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see it better. And also, Ariel decided to bring Anya with her this time, just for a little bit of support. And plus, the twins did have work today. And so here's a up close of the ultrasound. You can kind of see like three sections of where like maybe triplets are, but you can mainly just see like one baby. So I don't know. I like to imagine, I guess, that they're showing three of them. But yeah, so after that, she's just gonna, I believe she's gonna get some blood work done just to make sure, again, everything is just going smoothly. And then she got up and then Ariel's gonna come ask her how it went and feel on the babies. And she's just like, it went great. They're looking great. They're ready to come out any day now because, again, she's in her third trimester, so she could give birth any day. And as you can see, that third trimester is looking good on her. I tell y'all, like, Ariel be working out. And then Anya just said hey to her Aunt Zara. It's been a minute since she done seen her. And then so they went into another room so Zara can get some blood work done on her. This is the Panda Sama birthing mod, and it has all of this on it. So if you guys wanted to know the mod for that, that's the name of it. So she got her blood work taken, which Ariel doesn't like needles, as you can tell by how she was looking. And then so they're just having a heat wave. So I decided that they was, just gonna chill at the house and like in the background. I don't know if you guys can notice, but Caden and Demetrius are actually outside, like in the pool, just having a good time because this heat wave is like got everybody like just fanning themselves all the time and like running really hot. But right now, Ariel and Anya just, watching a little TV and talking about their doctor's appointment and how they're looking forward to the triplets coming. And they were watching, it looks like House of Pain. So as they was watching TV, um, Fatu decided to come over with his mom because him and Anya was talking and he did like him and his dad did sit his mom down and like really like drill into her and like make sure that she understood that he is in love with Anya and they're gonna be together regardless. And she like pretty much came to her senses, so she decided that she was gonna come apologize to everybody for how she acted. So she apologized to Anya and she apologized to Ariel for yelling at her daughter like that. And Ariel's just like, don't ever do it again. I do kind of understand your views, but at the end of the day, they love each other and there's nothing we could do. And so after having that conversation and squaring everything away, they decided to, head to the pool with the boys and just enjoy this hot summer day. And Ariel's in her third trimester and like close to birthing, so she's not gonna get in there. So Fetu's mom decided that she was also gonna chill on the side with, Ariel since she couldn't get in the pool, and Fetu turned into his mermaid and just started swimming, which I love when Fetu turns into his mermaid. He's like really pretty. I love his mermaid. And then so they're just swimming around, and I don't think I really ever shown like the back of the house like that. They don't really have that big of a backyard. It's just like mainly this in the pool. But like they pretty much are the owners of the entire like little werewolf world since they're the alphas of the pack. So everything around their house is their backyard, you can pretty much say. So they're just having an amazing time, just relaxing. As you can see, look at Demetrius. He just finally got out of his little float and decided to get in the water. And same with Caden. And everybody's just swimming around, having a good time, enjoying the weather, which I love. Like, I'm telling you, anytime they like be doing family activities, I just really love it. And then Fetsu just floated on his back, looking all cute. I love the little blue like lip drip I have on his lip for his mermaid form. Like, I don't know, it's just cute and it's like having a color of Anya on him. And then so while Caden decided to get out because his phone was ringing. And he actually got a call from Damien wanting to know if he wanted to go on a date tonight, an official one that's not a lunch date, because they have been texting back and forth and like they've even met up a few times and like took pictures, which if you haven't already, check out the link in my bio for my Patreon. I do have like a bunch of pictures of them and like just the family and all that on there. So you can see pictures of Damien and Kaden hanging out. So then, Kaden had to call Anya out of the pool and let her know that he just got invited on a date and he needs her help getting ready. And, Anya being the good sister she is, it's like, of course I'm going to help you get ready. Like, I'll rather, meet this guy because Kaden has yet to introduce Damien to the family. Like, I think he really wants to see where this relationship goes before he does it because he's never brought anybody home. So Anya ends up helping him get ready, and this is his outfit, which I know you guys have noticed he's been dressing a little bit more feminine than he started out, which I believe Kaden has always wanted to dress like this, but he hasn't really like been comfortable in himself to do it. And Damien is kind of bringing that out of him, which I love. So you will notice his like wardrobe change. And if you have a problem with that, I'm sorry, this isn't the channel for you. So anyway, he's ended up getting ready and spraying like cologne on him and looking all cute. And Anya's gonna let him know you look amazing. And she just let him know that I do want to meet this guy. Like eventually, like I know y'all been hanging out a lot and he's really getting you to open up and I love that. But as your twin, you have to get my approval. And Caden's just like, yeah, I know. I will let you meet him, I promise. And then Anya's just like, okay, I'll take that. But she's also like, turn on your location since this is the first time that y'all are like going on an official date. I do need to know where y'all going. So then she decided to walk him downstairs so he can head off to his date. And then so Fetu and his mom did stay for dinner, and Deacon and Demarcus are home. So everybody's just sat down to dinner, and then Caden is headed out to go to his date. And then so Anya, of course, joined them for their little hot pot. And so Caden and Damien end up meeting up and they end up going to Red Lobster, which is one of Caden's favorite restaurant, as you could tell by how happy he was. And then they weren't really seated. I guess they were pointed in the direction of their seats. And so this is them. And Damien looks really handsome on his date, which I love for them. So he decided to go ahead and order for him and Caden. Well, he called the waiter over. And then Caden's just asking him, how you been since the last time we hung out. And Damien's like, I've been good, just missing you. I wish I could see you more. And so the waiter finally came over and took their order. And I believe Caden got like something with some crabs, and then Damien got like steak and lobster or something like that. But, Caden's just letting him know that school's been good. He's been, spending time with his family. His mom's actually in her third trimester and will be giving birth soon. And they mean, like, that's amazing. Like, I hope everything goes amazing for her. And then Caden was just letting him know that he, like, got real bad anxiety and stuff like that. And, like, he don't know how to act in social situations. So Damien decided that he was gonna come sit on the floor and be like, you shouldn't let social situations and anxiety and like like being scared of embarrassment holds you back. Like I can literally sit on the floor next to you and like not be embarrassed. Who cares what anybody else think? And then so Katie was just like, okay, I get it. Just like sit down. And then he really like did go off a little bit because he was like, why would you do that? That's kind of embarrassing. And then Damien just like, don't be embarrassed. Like you need to get out of this little shell that you kind of enclose yourself and experience life more. And Kaden, he like was like, you're right. You are right about that. I wouldn't have did that as an example of doing it, but I do feel you. So then they got their plate, which looks good. And I was kind of right. He did get something with crab. And then so they're just eating their food and enjoying their time. And I did notice in the back, like, that Tess' parents, like, came, which I thought was interesting. But then later on, I also noticed that Tess herself was there. So I wonder if Caden's gonna notice her in the back. But yeah, they're just enjoying their date. They honestly, their romance bar is like at 100%. Like I've never seen it. Like, well, I can't really say anything because Kaden don't really mess with anybody. So of course, I never seen his romance bar full. Which again is why I just love seeing him and Damien together. Like, I feel like they are soulmates and they're gonna end up together. And I don't know, Damien just gives me good vibes. Like, I love how good he is for Caden in a sense. Like, and plus, like, Caden looks so good. And, like, I feel like he would have never reached this peak potential if he didn't meet Damien. Because if you could see from past videos, like, I didn't even, like, play with Caden like that. Because, I don't know, he was just, like, chilling. And, like, anxiety ridden, which I don't know. Then you got Anya and her love life just blossoming, even though she had her little past drama going on. I'm glad to see that she's like worked it out with Fetu and his mom, them, so that hindrance is at least out of her life. I don't know if her and Tess are gonna eventually work it out. I hope they do. But in the meantime, who knows? Which, ooh, I guess Kaden did notice her because he kind of like looked over in her direction. I wonder if he's gonna let Anya know that. But yeah, so they just finished up their dinner, which that waiter was like just snatching their plates out of their hands as soon as they was done with it. Like, they still thought they was like eating and drinking. And then at this point, Damien was just giving Caden like the flirty eyes. He was just like, "You look amazing." Like, I don't know if I told you that when we first got here, but you look stunning. And then so after dinner, Caden decided that he was gonna do something he never did, which was take Damien to his little secret mountain spot, which used to be honestly Ariel's and the twin spot, but they haven't been up there in years, so it became Caden's secret spot. And he's never like brought anybody up there, especially if he's up there. Not even Dexter knows about it. So he brought Damien up there, and then Damien was like, "Wow, I can't believe you really showing me something this special to you, and it is a beautiful view, but you're even more beautiful than this view." So he was like, "You're entrusting me with this, and I want to entrust you with some information." He was like, "I wanted to let you know that I'm a vampire. Like, I've known for a while that you're a werewolf. Like, I know that you can't really tell for some reason." And so he changed into his vampire form and let Caden like see the real him. And then Caden was like, "Wow, like I could never tell." And then Demi was like, "Yeah, it's because you're an omega, so your sense of smell isn't as good as an alpha. So you couldn't like smell the fact that I was a vampire. But if I were to meet an alpha, they could tell instantly." And he was like, "That's why I already knew that you was a werewolf." So Caden was like, "Does this mean when my family meet you, they could tell that you're a vampire, like off rip?" And then so he was like, "Yeah, especially if they're alphas, they would be able to tell." So Caden was like, "Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to my family before I introduce you to them because they do have a rivalry with the vampires, and I know you're new to the area, but this rivalry has went on for years. And then Damien was like, let's not worry about that now. Tonight is about us. And then he just put the moves on Caden and they just started making out, which is so cute to me. Like, I just love seeing them together and I can't wait for their relationship to progress. And I feel like they will be able to work their way through like the vampire and werewolf conundrum that they're in. And then so Damien just started kissing on his neck, being all frisky. And then so he also gave him a rose, which I thought was so cute. Like he's so romantic with Caden. Like Caden is head over heels for him. So then Caden was like, "All right, you showed me you're a vampire, so why don't I show you my wolf?" So then he decided to go ahead and transform into his werewolf. And then Damien was just like, wow, you're even cuter in werewolf form. And he was like, I love this little heart you have on your chest. I think it's beautiful, just like you. Got Caden literally weak in the knees from that. And they just like, and then Caden was just like, yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I got the red from my mom, and for some reason, I had this like red heart shape when I was born, and it just looks more and more like a heart as I grew up. So then he decided to transform back into his human form because he also wanted to share a different secret with Damien about how he like sends out his aura, which you've probably seen in the past video. He's never showed anybody this, not even family members as well. So Damien is the first one to see him emitting his aura. And so they also decided to do Caden's favorite pastime, which is relax and moon bathe while he releases his aura. And so Damien's just like getting to experience this with Caden, which he loves that he's being trusted with this much of Caden's like private life, like stuff that Caden hasn't even like entrusted his family with, like a part of him that he hasn't entrusted his family with. And that's just really hit it home for Damien, which I think is adorable. And then so after laying there for a while, they decided that it is getting late and Caden's gonna have to eventually head home for the night. And so Caden and him just decided to hug goodbye, but that little hug turned into a long hug because neither one of them wanted to leave. I think at this point they're realizing that they're actually like soulmates because like the whole soulmate thing is a part of my game, especially with them being like occult werewolves and vampires. They do have soulmates and stuff. So I do believe they're each other's mates, just like Fetu and Anya are each other's mates. So I love this for them. And I kind of thought Damien was gonna use this night to like ask Caden out, but no, he just decided to hug on him for a really long time and then give him one of the sweetest kisses goodnight and then send him on his little merry way. Which surprised me because, like I said, after the night they had with all the sharing of the information, you would have thought it would have ended with that. But oh well, Kaden headed home and decided to, take a shower and get ready because he does have school and his usual night routine, which we have seen multiple times if you have continuously watched my videos. And then he just changed into his little night outfit, which I think is cute. I love his little sweatpants. They're so cute. But yeah, he just brushed his teeth, doing his little facial routine. That's why him and Anya don't be having that bad skin, because they stay on top of it. It's a daily thing, both night and day. So, so then he just headed to bed. And before bed, he is gonna, talk to Damien and, send him. They have their little nightly conversation. So, he couldn't go to bed without that. And then, after their nightly combo, he got to send him the good night text. Because even though you talk on the phone and say good night, if you don't close it with that text, it doesn't count. So after that, they just like saying their good nights. And I don't think they're at the point of I love yous, but they're at the point of hard eyes. But we are gonna end the video here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Again, check out my Patreon if you want to see more pictures of Caden and Damien. Bye.